Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the class orientation for portfolio game development. I will be your instructor for the class. My name is Fatai, but most people call me Ty. Um, let's dive in. I have a very simple presentation for you guys. I want to go over how the class is going to work, what you guys are going to be required to do, and where you can find me, some class rules, the basics, things like that. All right. Without further ado, let us dive into the class orientation. And as you guys can see, most of my classes will be in a lot of different places for you. I'm going to try to put it into the Brightspace. It's going to always be uploaded to YouTube, and then I will try to post a link as well in the Discord chat where we all kind of commune and discuss. So yeah, so those are the basics right there. So let's get started on my background. All right. So my name is Ty, and I will be your captain on this portfolio game development voyage. This class is pretty much about you getting yourself together for the job market, the world market, what is out there. You've essentially figured out who you want to be, what you want to do, and now you're looking for the next step. And I want to kind of give you guys, from my experience, my professional experience working in the field, um, what to expect, how to present yourself, the numbers game, and all sorts of different gems that you guys can essentially take out there. All right. So what have I worked on? So I have done some games, some movie covers. I have also worked on different architectural projects. So I've been kind of bouncing around when it comes to the different aspects of 3D modeling and things like that. So, like on Shadows of Mordor, this was when I was working for a finishing company, and what they do is they make um, covers for video games, toys, different things like that. Think Hasbro, Mattel, like Skylanders, Hot Wheels, things like that. So that's what I was doing in my early years, and then later on in life, I got to freelance for them again after I'd left the company. For this one, I think I did the sword, the text, I did the texturing and things like that, and then later somebody else goes over it. Somebody else that was in charge of the character, finishing it off, and though that was my addition to this project. On this project, I was responsible for Velma, the pose, the textures, all that stuff, as well as Wonder Woman. So I was responsible for these two characters, and I want to say also Arya Stark, but I don't know if I ever finished Arya. So I did at least three characters. I know I did these two for sure. It was a while ago, but it was when Multiverses was. This is like the home screen for like one of the seasons that you were getting. So there was like new characters released, armor, clothing, different things like that. So it was pretty interesting. So cool game. I also worked on assets and props and texture sheets and set dressing for a game called Primal Carnage. So these are some of my more probably well-known titles. A lot of the other stuff, I've done like set dressing and architecture stuff for One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, things like that too. So yeah, just different things like that, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I currently make my own kind of YouTube channels. Sorry about that. Make my own YouTube channels. I'm boring myself. I can only imagine how bored you guys are. I was never a fan of this part. Whenever my teachers went into like their I did this at Disney and all that. I'm not, you know, I worked at a few companies, did a few things, modeled some stuff, painted some stuff, textured some stuff. That's the job, you know. So, um, yeah, appreciate you guys being here. This is the start of the class. Hopefully, you guys have checked out the portal. It's not very crazy or complicated to use. I'm going to try to post the assignments every single week, quizzes, tests, things like that, and you guys take it. You can give me feedback on the chat or on your Discord. You post whatever you're working on, your business card, your logo, your font, whatever it is, and then we take it from there. We try to build you a cohesive kind of brand to yourself. All right. So moving on. So welcome everyone to our class on design and management of an industry standard portfolio. Our next weeks, you'll learn how to create a portfolio that doesn't just showcase your skills, but also position you as a professional ready for industry opportunities. You are a business. Treat yourself that way. All right? Treat yourself that way. Glad you're here. This space is for learning, sharing, and supporting each other throughout the course. Please read the guidelines, keep our community positive and professional. All right? So about this course. So this course is designed to help you level up your presentation skills. We'll focus on what a professional portfolio is and why it matters. So a professional portfolio is more than just a collection of work. It's a collection of some of the best that you have to offer. It gives employers and clients an insight into who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, right? There's a lot of things that you can glean from someone's portfolio, their level of understanding of anatomy, their level of understanding of, perspective, color, lighting. There's a lot of things that get showcased when you showcase your portfolio. All right. Strong portfolios across different creative industries. So that's design and illustration. Usually they're very clean, simple layouts with well organized sections. There's portfolios for animation and film, which is usually a strong demo reel that's usually short and engaging. There's also game development, which is usually a playable demo, level designs that you've done, things like that. And so keeping up with an ever changing market is very important as well because industries do evolve very quickly. What worked 5 years ago may not look, it may not work today. It'll look outdated, right? So a portfolio must stay current, and doing more with less is very important because sometimes you think you need to jam pack your portfolio with a bunch of stuff and you don't. You just don't. You need to maybe take out a few things and have it looking right. So the expectations for the class that you won't have to you won't just leave with random pieces, right? The idea is that you have something you've curated with an intentional packaging, a resume, cover letter, business card, a demo reel or sample to highlight your dynamic skills. So this is just a little bit about the class itself. And here's some of the structure. So, we're going to have lectures every week, concept, examples, demonstrations, and then we're going to have a weekly lab, hands-on practice, some sort of peer review. You might have to present yourself in some way, shape, or form. Then the assignments, which is to build portfolio components step by step, and then your final project, which is your complete professional portfolio. So here is how the class kind of grading works. Your portfolio project is about 30%. Your resume, cover letter are about 15% of your grade. Your business card design is about 10%. And a lot of these you won't have to get printed, right? You don't have to get printed because, this is a digital class all online. So Eventually, whenever you're going to go for your job interview, you want them printed, but a digital format for the front and back will be fine. Portfolio site is important. 15% of your grade. A demo reel slash media sample. If your program, if your job requires it, if that makes any sense, then yes, you will be required to have that as well. Your interview skills and presentation. We're going to do mock interviews, peer review, and different things like that. And participation in assignments are about 5% of your grade. So, yeah, that's that. And then let's talk about some of the server rules, and then we can wrap this up. So, the server rules for the class while you're in the chat Discord, where you're on Brightspace, where you're interacting with anybody, they're pretty similar in every chat. Be respectful, treat classmates and instructors with courtesy. It might not be me here sometimes, it might be somebody else, right? So no harassment, hate speech, or offensive behavior. Stay constructive. Feedback should be helpful and supportive. Critique ideas, not people, right? Stay on topic. Use the correct channels for the correct purposes. Announcements, that's where you find your announcement. Work in progress, that's your channels, right? Post your work in progress in there so I can grade them appropriately in there. Don't just throw them in the general chat, all right? Resources will be here for you. So keep general for casual chats. I already mentioned that. But no spam or self-promotion. Share resources that help the class, but don't advertise unrelated services or channels. Follow deadlines. Discord is a great place to share work in progress, but official submissions should go through not Canvas, but what's it called? Brightspace. That's what I meant. Ask questions. This is a safe space to learn and grow, so don't be afraid to ask for help. Remember, we're here to help you. All right, keep it clean. The server is for an academic class. Keep learning and content school appropriate. Please, please, please. Everything should be school appropriate in here. We're trying to make everybody's learning experience the absolute best it can possibly be. All right. So by the end of the day, you have a clear idea of what this course is about. You'll be producing, and it will prepare you for the next steps in the creative industry. Remember, this portfolio is your passport to opportunities. All right. So that is it for today. You guys should have a syllabus quiz that you guys should have to take inside of the shell of your Brightspace. So if you go into Brightspace, you should see this quiz. It's just a syllabus quiz. You can use your syllabus to complete the assignment. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a copy of it. All right, so if you go into your shell, right, which is your in the activities, your assignments should be there, but you should be you're responsible for this this quiz right here, syllabus quiz. You click it, you should be able to take it. It's not too long a quiz, about 8 questions, 2 points apiece, and you should be able to keep it rocking and rolling from here. All right. Remember, your syllabus is also available here. You click on the syllabus, it'll take you to the syllabus if you need to use it to reference anything. All right. My name is Ty. I will be your professor for the semester. I appreciate your time stopping by, checking in on the class. I look forward to meeting all of you. And remember, um, put a small description of yourself, what you do, your skills, the job market you're trying to train for, and yeah, we can go from there. All right. Once again, this is Ty. Don't forget to check out your Discord, your Brightspace, and the YouTube channel to make sure that you are up to date on all of the tasks that are required for the class. I will see you guys next week. And for this class, our classes are going to be on Wednesdays and Fridays. So it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Mondays, it will be usually like a video lecture like this. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays, or Wednesdays and Thursdays, you will be able to interact with me and we'll have like a live discussion where I'll tell you to join in around noonish, and then we will have a discussion about what you've done the previous week, the previous class, and I'll try to give you guys some critique and help along the way. All right. Well, thank you very much once again. I will talk to you guys very, very soon.